Hello guys, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
In this time here, some power drops are there from few days. Sorry about that. It is for only few days. So maybe it will, you know, maybe from after 2 3 days, it might get the regular time. We don't get any power issues here. No issues. Um, anyways, let's continue. If any changes is there, I'll let you know. No issues. So now, what was the last topic? Anybody remember?
Loop, sir. Control statements and if else loops. Hello?
Yes, 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 yes.
Loop, sir.
Searching for that. Loop. It is loop. Relational operators. Iterative statements. This also has done, I think, some some slides. Okay, let's continue from this point onwards. To print hello 10 times. We're using for loop to print hello 10 times. In case of Python, for loop is very simple. For x is the variable, this can be anything. This variable name can be anything. For x in range of 10, from 0 to 9. From 0 to 9, it is going to count. It won't take 10 from 0 to 9. 0 to 9, it is 10 times. So we get 10 times hello. In case of Python, indentation is very important. So automatically it is going to give us the indentation if you are giving the colon. After a statement, if you are giving a colon, it will be automatically giving you the indentation. Now we are getting 10 times totally hello from 0 to 9. From 0 to 9 we are getting hello. By default it is going to print in the next line. In the different line it is going to print. To display the numbers from 0 to 10. So if you want to print the numbers from starting from 0 to 10, you can just go for printing X. Now it is going to print from 0 to 10. 11 will be excluded. 11 will be excluded for X in range of 11. Print X. Print X. 0 to 10 you will get 0 to 10. To display the numbers, to display odd numbers from 0 to 20. To display odd numbers from 0 to 20. We should take 21. Okay, it will consider till 20. Now it is going to start from 0. We are writing the if condition. If X modulus operator 2 not equal to 0, then definitely it is an odd number. That means if any number, if I divide, we get anything other than 0. If I get anything other than 0, that number is definitely an odd number. Let's try this. Indentation is missing here. Let's go for file. New file. Saving this file. Name of the file is here.
Sir, share the screen, sir.
Screen is not shared.
Not.
I think it is. Why doesn't know what is. Satish, can you able to see the screen? Satish and Amrut.
I am not, sir.
Satish, can you able to see?
No, sir.
Here. Amrut and Satish, can you able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Try this one. Write this one here. Indentation is important. If any number divided by 0, sorry, divided by 2, if the remainder is not equal to 0, if the remainder, whatever we get, if that is not equal to 0, definitely that is odd number. Run module from 0 will get. Stop getting. 0 we are not getting. Why? Can I divide? What happens if I try to do 0 mod 2? What happens? What is the result? 0 mod 2. What happens if I simply say 0 mod 2? We get 0. So 0 it is not printed because the remainder is equal to 0. If anything, in this case, if I say 1 mod 2, remainder we get 1. If anything is not equal to 0, if anything is not equal to 0, if the remainder, whatever we are getting the remainder, if that is not equal to 0, this one will become true. So going inside printing X. If the remainder is 0, this will get false. That is why we don't get 0 as the output. Print the numbers in descending order. We are starting from, sorry, here we need to give the indentation. We need to give the indentation for X in range 10, 0, -1. Starting from 10, okay, till 0. Starting from 10 till 0, each time one number decrement. Each time one number we are decrementing. Starting from 10 till 0. 0 is exclusive. That is why we are not getting 0. 10 is inclusive. Here 10 is inclusive, 0 is exclusive. Till 0 but not 0. Each time we are decrementing by 1. To print sum of numbers present inside list. this one we are taking initially input. We are using eval. For eval we can able to supply anything, list, dict, set, anything. Initially sum is equal to 0 for x in list. Sum is equal to sum plus x. Initially sum will be 0, 0 plus x. If I supply any list, the first member, first value will be taken, then that is going to add it to the sum. That will be the sum. Next it is going to supply another list member, then current sum value plus that next member. That will be the sum. Likewise till the end of the list. At the end it is going to print the sum. Enter the list. So let's go for 10, 20, 30, 40. So 10 plus 30 plus 30, totally 100. Totally 100 will get, sum is 100. Sum is 100. Now we'll come to while loop. In case of while loop, till the condition become false. Till the condition become false, it is going to keep on iterating. If we want to execute a group of statements iteratively until some condition becomes false, then we can go for while loop. Initially, we'll supply the condition. While condition, till that condition, keep on executing the body. Till that condition becomes false, keep on executing the body. So this program x is equal to 1 initially, then while x less than 10, keep on executing the body. For the first iteration, 1, then here 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Again, condition, checking the condition. Whether 2 less than 10, yes, printing 2, then 2 plus 1, 3 becomes 3. 3 less than or equal to 10, yes, printing 3. Whenever x becomes 11, whenever x becomes 11, comes out of the loop. Whenever x becomes 11, comes out of the loop. From 1 to 10 we are getting. From 1 to 10. Next, to display the sum of first n numbers. Display the sum of n numbers. Simple here also. At the end we are trying to display the sum. Each time we are incrementing the I value. Then we are adding that I value to the sum. Now let's go for 4. 1 plus 2 plus the sum of first four numbers. 1 plus 2, 3. Then plus 3, 6. Then plus 4 is 10. The sum of first four numbers. Write a program to prompt user to enter some name until entering this name. Initially, name is empty. Initially, name is empty. String. Name is equal to empty. Then, while name not equal to Durga, while name not equal to Durga, if whatever the entered name is not equal to Durga, initially what happens? Initially, it is empty. Initially, it is empty. Now it will come to the body. It is going to prompt the user. It is going to prompt the user to enter some name. Then what happens? Once again, it is going to check whether name is not equal to Durga. If not equal to Durga, once again, it is going to ask you for enter the name. Until we enter the characters Durga. Save it. Enter the name. For example, if I say Vijay, enter the name. David, enter the name. If I say Durga, thanks for confirmation. Each time it is going to check. What is the infinite loops? A loop which doesn't have the end. That is what we are calling infinite loops. Now this hello and number, hello and the count, uh, how many times it is going to print the hello. Each time it is going to print hello 1, then hello 2, hello 3, like that. Now here condition always is true. Condition never becomes false. Condition is always true. Condition will never becomes false. That is why for this program there won't be any end. For this program there won't be any end. Keeps on printing because every time while condition is true, every time the condition while condition is true keeps on printing. So to terminate, just say Control C, Control C. So nested loops. Sometimes we can take a loop inside another loop. We can develop a loop inside another loop, which are called as nested loops. Copy this and first this is the outer loop, then this is the inner loop. If and only if this one is true, that means if the outer loop is in the range of 4, comes to the inner loop, then it is going to check whether it is in range or not. If that is the case, it is going to print the body of this inner loop. Now for I in range 4, so it is going to start from 0. It is going to start from 0. Now here what happens? For 0th iteration of the outer loop, for the 0th iteration of the outer loop, now j in range 4, this is also range 4. Now I is 0, j is 0, then once again still we are in the inner for loop. It becomes 1, I remains 0 only for this iteration. For outer iteration 0, I remains same 0. I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 0, j is equal to 2, I is equal to 0, j is equal to 3. Fine. After that, it comes out because 4 is exclusive. Comes out and still we are in the outer for loop. Outer for loop, now it becomes 1. Now it becomes 1. Now I is equal to 1, j is 0. It is starting from 0 once again. I is equal to 1, j is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 3. Then it is going to increment the outer for loop from 1 to 2. For second iteration, starting j from 0, I remains 2 only here. I is equal to 2, j is equal to 0, I2, j1, I2, j2, I2, j3. Then outer for loop becomes 3. Come to the inner for loop. Now I is 3. I is 3, j is 0. I3, j1, I3, j2, I3, j3.
I3 0.
Are you getting, guys?
I3. Yes, sir.
Then what happens here? I becomes 4. If outer loop I becomes 4, it comes out. Because 4 is exclusive. Comes out. So observe the output. Like this we get. Now write a program to display the star in right angled, in the right triangled form. Is this right angle or left angle?
Right angle, sir.
So we need to print in this form. Star. Can you try? In the interview, they will ask you this type of question. 1 or 2 questions they will be asking you. You should be ready. In interview, definitely they will going to ask this type of question.
Okay, sir.
So first, what we are doing? First, we are going to take the input. That input we are going to convert to int. enter the number of rows, how many rows we want. Here if I say 5 rows, for I in the range, now this is starting and this is ending. Starting is inclusive, second is exclusive. So starting from 1, starting the row from 1, by default it is going to start from 0. That is why we don't want to start from 0, we are starting from 1. Till if I say 5, what happens? 5 plus 1, 6. 5 plus 1, 6. Now till 5 we get, completely from 1 to 5 we get. 6 now is exclusive. 6 is now exclusive. Now for j in range 1 comma I plus 1. J in range 1 comma I plus 1. Currently let's say I is, I is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 1, 2. Now starting from 1, if I say here 2, what happens? 2 is exclusive or not? Yes. 2 is exclusive. Now only one time. It is going to print only one time. Then we are giving space here. Int is equal to space. This is attribute, another attribute, we are giving space. After printing the star, we are giving the space. Then we are coming to the next line. Here what happens? This statement. After printing this statement, cursor will be remains in the same line. We get the space here. Cursor will be remaining in the same line. Then for this statement, cursor will come to the next line. Cursor will come to the next line. So like this. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, if I enter, we get 7 rows. Each time star going to be incremented. You understood this program? Observe carefully. Whatever the number you can supply, you'll get the star in the form of this. Guys, you understood or not? This one.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now what is the alternative way? Another way. I in the range, simply we are giving one print statement here. Star, then we are giving one space. Then we are giving one space, then times I. Times I. Each time we are considering I. Here what happens? Let's say I have entered 2. I have entered 2. I in the range, now it becomes 3. N plus 1 is 3. Starting from 1. Starting from 1 till 3. not 3. Now here it is 2. That means till 2 it is going to consider. Now star space, how many times we want to print? Initially it is 1. One time we get star. Then becomes 2. 2 times star space into 2. We get 2 times. 3 is exclusive, we don't get that 3. This is alternative and easiest way. Number of rows, if I say 2, we get like this. If you want to print this pyramid, try this pyramid. Can you write the code for pyramid? We need spaces initially. Try to think, please. If I want to print pyramid, this is the code. What happens if I say 2? Just say 2. So it is going to convert it to the int for I in range starting from 1, then n plus 1. Now we get space initially how many times? Into n minus I. For the first time, how many times we get the space? For getting the space itself, we are developing one print statement. Print space to print the space. For the first time, I value is 1. Now what is n? Let's say n is 3 because we have entered 2. Then how many spaces we get? 3 minus 1. 2 spaces we get. 2 space. Now space will be 2 times. 2 space will get. 2 space, then comma, end space. After that we are getting 1 space. After that we are getting one space. Then star space times I. Current I value is 1. Star space into 1. One time we get the star. Then I becomes 2. 2 times here what happens? 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2. One space. Then after that we get another space. Fine. Then come to the next print statement. Star space into I. I value is 2. 2 times we get this star space. Now I becomes 3. When I becomes 3, comes out till 2, because we have entered n value 2 till 2. From 1 to 3 excluding 3. This is how we can able to print the pyramid of any rows. By rows we get like this. Now here we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces we are getting. If I enter 5, let's say here what happens if I enter 5, how we get? Here 5 is there, that means 6. 6 minus 1, 5 spaces we get initial. Likewise, understood or not this one? Guys, understood or not this one? Printing pyramid. Do I need to explain once again?
Yeah, sir. 1 second, sir.
Yeah. Let's say I'm giving 5 here. Input is 5. N is equal to 5. Whatever the input number I'm giving, that is 5. For I in range 1 is inclusive, n plus 1 is exclusive. Starting from 1, we are not starting from 0. Okay, if you straight away give this n number, what happens? It is going to start from 0 to that number. We are not doing that. We are starting from 1. Then this one, n plus 1. If I say 5, this becomes 6. N plus 1, 6. Completely till 5 we get. We don't get 6. 6 is exclusive now. From 1 to 5 we get. You can consider that as a row. 5 rows. 1 to 5. Each row we need to print in the increment order. In the first row we should print 1 star, second row 2 star, third row 3 star, fourth row 4 star, fifth row 5 star. Now starting first row, I should get 5 spaces. I should get 5 spaces, then only I should print that star. For the second row, I should get 4 spaces, then only I should print 2 stars. For the third row, I should give 3 space, then I should print 3 stars. Let's consider uh, n is equal to 5. N is equal to 5. That is what we have given. For I in range 1 comma n plus 1, n plus 1 becomes what? 6. I in range 1 to 6. 1 is inclusive, 6 is exclusive. So 1 to 5. 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Now for the first iteration, I value is 1. Print space times. How many times? N minus I. Now I value is 1 initially. That is what we are starting. I value is 1. Now n is what? 6. N is 6. 6 minus 1. 5 spaces we should get. 5 space. 5 space we should get first. 1 space, 2 space, 3, 4, 5. Then I should print this star one time. How? We are going to print only one time here. Star space. Let me get rid of this. What happens? Observe. Like this we are getting. We don't want this one. If I don't want that, at the end we are giving see by default what happens. If I simply say print, it is going to come to next line. But here end is equal to space. We should go for space. Let me go for instead of space, if I say 1, I'll get the clarity. Observe. Simply it means what? Let's say I have entered 5. From 1 to 6. Now how many times space we want? 6 minus 1. is 5. Space we want 5 times. At the end, we are giving another space. Now carefully observe how many space we are getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces we are getting. Four space actually, then 1 it is going to print. Why? Because here if I say um, int is equal to, I say like this, not giving any space here, of rows. One, two, three, four. Four spaces we are getting how? Why we are getting 4 spaces? Instead of 5 spaces, we are getting 4 spaces. Here, times, let me go for this one. I'll show you what happens here. Print int a times what I'm getting. 5 times. But the same thing, like this. Int a into 5, comma, end. Not giving anything here. N minus I. Let's say n value as 5. 5 plus 1, 6. Now n is what? N value is what? 5. 5 minus 1 is what? 4. That is why we get 4 space. 4 space. If I don't give this, what happens? By default, it is the next line character. By default, it is the next line character. Here, if I don't give that end is equal to like this. By default, it is the next line character. It will be like this. Same result will get. Observe carefully. Same result we get. That means whatever the result we get without this, without that argument, same result we get. Observe. 5. Same we are getting. Include this one also, we'll get the same result. That means by default it is new line character. New line character. We are overriding that. Simply, what are we saying here? I need another space. After printing, I need one space. After printing all these spaces, 4 times space, I need one more space. That becomes totally 5 space. For the first iteration, n will be 5. 5 minus I will be 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 space. Space into 4. That means 4 times space will get, comma. After that, we get 1 space. Totally 5 space. After 5 space, star space times I is 1. 1 time we will be printing star space. For the second iteration, I becomes 2. N value is 5. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 spaces will get times 3. Space times 3. 3 spaces will get, after that 1 space. 4 spaces total. After that we are going to print star space times 2. The next line we are going to print star space. Here actually we are not printing in the next line. Carefully observe. After this statement, we are not printing in the next line, in the same line, because we have overridden this attribute. We are not considering that slash n. It won't come to the next line. In the same line, it is going to print. After printing this main number of star and space, then it is going to come to the next line. Then the cursor is going to come to the next line. Understood or not? Understood or not, guys? Need some more explanation?
Understand, sir.
Okay, do one thing. Practice all these things. Go through line by line.
Okay.
We'll continue. I'll be sharing the video.
Okay.
So daily, as of now, we'll continue 1 hour. Actually, and if I get time, then I'll tell you so that we can take another 1 hour.
Okay.
So sorry about delays. Actually, this this power drops will
It's okay, sir.
sorry. Yeah.
It's okay, sir. Okay.
it will get fine after 2 days. No issues.
Send the video,
Uh,
sir. This video.
yeah, sure. I'll send the video. We have 208. Do we have this slide or not?
No, no, sir. No, sir. This not
No, no, right?
until 200, sir.
Until 200 is there. Fine.
Sir.
Uh, right now I'll be updating this one. Um, where is that? 208. Okay, guys, it is updated. We'll continue tomorrow.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.